Welcome to Maricopa, Arizona. If you're interested in taking Amtrak from Phoenix to anywhere, really, you're going to have to drive to Maricopa, about 40 miles south of Phoenix. I drove down here on Memorial Day weekend of 2022 just to find out where the station is at and what the parking is like. And it's not a glamorous looking station at all. It's nothing like a Los Angeles Union Station or a Chicago Union Station or a Moynihan train hall. It's very primitive and nothing really glamorous. The train did eventually show up. It was about 5.5 hours late, and at around 2:30 in the morning it came by and we all lined up and got on board. And before you know it, the sun was starting to come up as we approached Yuma. Lots of freight traffic and just sun coming up over the desert. And getting into Yuma. Before you know it, we hit the Yuma station. Normally you don't see any of this stuff during daylight hours because the train was so late. We had a chance to see Yuma and the Salton Sea and other things during daylight hours. And again, more people getting on. Pretty much a full trip. It's pretty much a sold out trip. You really couldn't find a seat here. Crossed the Colorado River into California. And then we went diagonally from Yuma to Palm Springs, across the Mojave, and off in the distance you can begin to see the Salton Sea. Again, this is something you don't normally see during the daylight hours when this train runs. Before you know it, we were in Palm Springs. Again, more people getting on. And again, more freight traffic. So we'd sit and wait for a bit of time, waiting for traffic to go by. Then we hit Ontario. And again, those places you don't see in the daylight hours. And also Pomona. And before you know it, I had to say goodbye to my seat and got into Los Angeles Union Station. It was supposed to come in at 6 in the morning, came in at 1 in the afternoon, so it's about 7 hours late. So I got on the Gold Line into Pasadena, and the real reason for this trip is to go to Lee's Hoagie House in Pasadena. Great sandwiches. And just kind of enjoyed being in there again and goofed off a little bit in Pasadena when I caught a movie. And before you know it, it's back on the Gold Line heading back to Union Station. And hanging out at LA Union Station, really nice. A lot nicer than the one in Maricopa. Really nice ceilings. Before you know it, we're called in around 9:30, and we get our seats and get loaded on board. To say hello to a new seat. Pretty dark. It's 10 o'clock was our leaving time, and we got into Maricopa at around 7 a.m. It's about an hour late. It's not too bad. And we're back at the Maricopa, and this fare cost me about $38 one way, so it's about $76 total. If you're looking to kill a weekend, That's one way to do it, is to take an Amtrak trip to LA and just kind of goof off for a day. And that's about it. Have a good one.